problem requires calculating the demand factor for electrical appliances in a residence. The demand factor represents the maximum expected power consumption of appliances used concurrently. For 4 or more fastened-in-place appliances, excluding electric ranges, clothes dryers, space heating, or air conditioning equipment, a demand factor of 75% is applied. If there are fewer than 4 such appliances, a demand factor of 100% is used. To calculate the demand factor, multiply the total volt-amps of the appliances by the demand factor. For example, if a residence has a water heater rated at 4000 volt-amps, a dishwasher rated at 2000 volt-amps, a refrigerator rated at 1500 volt-amps, and a microwave rated at 1000 volt-amps, the total wattage is 8500 volt-amps. With more than 4 fastened-in-place appliances, the demand factor is 75%. Thus, the demand factor calculation is 8500 volt-amps multiplied by 0.75, which equals 6375 volt-amps. When completing the form, the water heater would be listed as 4000 volt-amps, the dishwasher as 2000 volt-amps, the refrigerator as 1500 volt-amps, the microwave has 1000 volt-amps, and the total demand as 6375 volt-amps. Applying the demand factor accounts for the likelihood that not all appliances will operate at their maximum ratings simultaneously, allowing for a more accurate estimation of electrical load. This calculation is essential for proper electrical system design and ensures that the system can handle the expected load without overloading. When calculating the demand factor, firstly, identify all fastened-in-place appliances, excluding ranges, dryers, heaters, and air conditioners. Secondly, determine the volt-amp rating of each appliance. Thirdly, sum the volt-amp ratings of all identified appliances. Fourthly, count the number of identified appliances. Fifthly, if the count is 4 or more, apply a demand factor of 75%. Sixthly, if the count is less than 4, apply a demand factor of 100%. Seventhly, multiply the total volt-amps by the applicable demand factor to obtain the total demand in volt-amps. Demand factors are used in electrical calculations to account for the fact that not all electrical loads in a building will be operating at their maximum at the same time. This allows for a more accurate sizing of electrical equipment, such as service panels, feeders, and transformers, which can result in significant cost savings. Demand factors are based on statistical data and are typically specified in the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The NEC provides demand factors for various types of loads, such as lighting, appliances, and motors. These demand factors are based on the type of occupancy, such as residential, commercial, or industrial. In residential applications, demand factors are commonly used for calculating the service entrance load, which is the total amount of power that the utility company must supply to the building. The service entrance load is used to determine the size of the service entrance conductors, the overcurrent protection devices, and the transformer. In commercial and industrial applications, demand factors are used for calculating the feeder loads, which are the loads on the branch circuits that feed individual pieces of equipment. The feeder loads are used to determine the size of the feeder conductors and the overcurrent protection devices. Demand factors can also be used for calculating the load on a generator, which is a device that provides backup power in the event of a power outage. The generator load is used to determine the size of the generator and the automatic transfer switch. The NEC provides specific rules for applying demand factors, which must be followed to ensure that the electrical system is properly sized and protected. It is important to consult the NEC and a qualified electrician when performing electrical calculations to ensure that the calculations are accurate and comply with all applicable codes and standards. Incorrectly applying demand factors can result in undersized electrical equipment, which can lead to overheating, equipment failure, and even fire. The concept of demand factor is closely related to the concept of load factor, which is the ratio of the average load to the peak load over a period of time. The load factor is an indicator of how efficiently the electrical system is being used. A high load factor indicates that the electrical system is being used efficiently, while a low load factor indicates that the electrical system is being used inefficiently. Demand factors are used to calculate the peak load, while load factors are used to calculate the average load. The peak load is the maximum amount of power that is drawn from the electrical system at any given time. The average load is the average amount of power that is drawn from the electrical system over a period of time. The demand factor is always less than or equal to 1.0, while the load factor can be greater than 1.0. A demand factor of 1.0 indicates that all of the electrical loads are operating at their maximum at the same time, while a load factor of 1.0 indicates that the electrical load is constant over a period of time. The demand factor is a critical parameter in electrical system design and operation. It allows for a more accurate sizing of electrical equipment and can result in significant cost savings. It is important to understand the concept of demand factor and how to apply it correctly to ensure that the electrical system is properly sized and protected. Understanding and appropriately applying demand factors is crucial for electrical safety and efficiency. Ignoring these factors can lead to overloaded circuits, potential hazards, and increased energy consumption. Always adhere to the NEC guidelines and consult with qualified professionals for accurate and safe electrical installations. The proper application of demand factors is a key aspect of responsible electrical engineering and ensures the reliable and safe operation of electrical systems. This is applicable for various types of buildings and electrical equipment. When working with the electrical systems, it is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer to ensure that the work is performed safely and in accordance with all applicable codes and standards. This includes following local and national electrical codes and regulations. It is also crucial to use the correct tools and equipment and to follow all safety precautions when working with electricity. Never work on live electrical circuits, and always de-energize the circuit before starting any work. Furthermore, proper grounding is essential for electrical safety, and all electrical equipment should be properly grounded to prevent electric shock. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical systems are also important to ensure their safe and reliable operation. This includes checking for loose connections, damaged wiring, and other potential hazards. Electrical safety is a serious matter, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to prevent accidents and injuries. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure the safety of yourself and others when working with electricity. Remember that electricity is a powerful force, and it must be treated with respect. Never underestimate the potential dangers of electricity, and always take the necessary precautions to prevent accidents. In addition to the NEC, other standards and guidelines may also apply to electrical installations depending on the location and type of installation. These may include local building codes, utility company requirements, and industry standards. It is important to be familiar with all applicable codes and standards before starting any electrical work. Furthermore, continuing education is essential for staying up to date on the latest electrical codes and technologies. The electrical industry is constantly evolving, and it is important to keep abreast of the latest changes to ensure that you are providing the safest and most efficient electrical services possible. There are many resources available for electrical professionals, including training courses, seminars, and online forums. By taking advantage of these resources, you can enhance your knowledge and skills and stay ahead of the curve in the electrical industry. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay informed about the latest changes to the code. The NEC is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. It is essential for all electrical professionals to have a thorough understanding of the NEC to ensure that their work complies with all applicable codes and standards. The NEC is not a design manual, but it provides the minimum requirements for safe electrical installations. Electrical designers and engineers must use their professional judgment and experience to ensure that the electrical system is properly designed and installed. The NEC is a living document that is constantly being updated to reflect the latest technological advancement and safety concerns. It is important to stay informed about the latest changes to the code and to incorporate them into your electrical work. In addition to the NEC, other standards and guidelines may also apply to electrical installations depending on the location and type of installation. These may include local building codes, utility company requirements, and industry standards. It is important to be familiar with all applicable codes and standards before starting any electrical work. Furthermore, continuing education is essential for staying up to date on the latest electrical codes and technologies. The electrical industry is constantly evolving, and it is important to keep abreast of the latest changes to ensure that you are providing the safest and most efficient electrical services possible. There are many resources available for electrical professionals, including training courses, seminars, and online forums. By taking advantage of these resources, you can enhance your knowledge and skills and stay ahead of the curve in the electrical industry. The application of demand factors is not just about meeting code requirements, it's about designing efficient and safe electrical systems that meet the actual needs of the building and its occupants. It's a critical aspect of electrical engineering that requires a thorough understanding of electrical principles, codes, and standards.